welcome back. Thanks for coming back. Where are we? We're in Vargos today, and look over yonder. That is the blue Mediterranean Sea. We had a bit more rain through the night, but they are promising that the storms are finally over. There's a lot of blueness coming back to the sky, and of course to the blue Mediterranean Sea. Mr. Paul, he's dressed head to toe in blue, so that must mean one thing: all that is missing is you. So why not get yourself on a big bird or a canoe and start paddling like crazy? Because Paphos Cyprus, all of these manhole covers and all of these potholes are waiting especially for you. This is downtown Vargos. To give you a bearing, coming up on the right hand side is the main post office of Paphos. There it is in all of its glory. So if you want to go and get some fun and games in your life, that's the place to go. In fairness, it's pretty well organised these days, and of course most things can now be sorted out on the internet. But now and again you have to go in there and do a little bit of the old Hablo Espagnoli or Hablo Gricoli with them, and of course slowly but surely you do get that package, as long as it's not been sent from the UK. Because if it's coming from the UK, it's all sorts of problems going on, isn't it? Because a lot of people went and voted to leave Europe. I'll keep my opinion to myself. There we go. But the irony is, a lot of people that live in Europe, British expats, voted to leave. Something going on there somewhere. Anyway, there you go. That's the fountain roundabout in Vargos that we've just gone over, and slowly but surely we are now heading down towards the Limassol roundabout. And of course, if you shoot off up the Limassol highway, very surely you'll be in Ussuri, then Limassol, and if you keep on going, Nicosia, Larnaca, Famagusta. But we're not going to go up the highway. No, we are going to take a right and head down towards downtown Kato Paphos, just to see what's going on a rather nice day in the third week of January. If you're curious to know what the temperature is, perhaps if your name is Lady Dawn, you got a husband called Sir Sean, a very clever dog called Sir Bobo, and of course a little partner in his crimes called Miss Daisy the Pussycat. Well, the temperature today is 18 degrees, slightly overcast, but when we're heading in the direction of the blue Mediterranean Sea, everything looks blue. So let's go around this roundabout and head down to downtown Kato Paradise. So don't click off just yet. Paphos Harbour will be coming up very soon indeed. Now, as we exit the roundabout, there was a former mall and cinema there. That's what that was a few years ago. Unfortunately, it got itself into financial trouble. Bankruptcy came along and it lay neglected for a while, but rumour has it, it has been bought and it's going to be transformed back into shops and restaurants and those kind of things. Similar thing to the Neon Mall down here coming up on the left, because of course that got itself into trouble in and around 2010-11ish and was derelict for 10 years and then got bought out by a consortium. And I had the great pleasure to meet the gentleman the other day, an absolute superstar, and one of these days we're going to go and do a special video of all the inner workings of the Neon Mall. So don't forget to keep coming back to the little channel known as Marika and Me, because now and again we get some exciting little tidbits of information. There it is, the Neon Mall of Paphos on the left hand side. One or two stores have opened up in there. Home Centre, that's the DIY. Seater, if you want to pay your telephone bill, by the way. You don't go into the main district area where all the businesses are in the municipality area of Paphos anymore. You go into the Neon Mall of Paphos. You've also got Cosmos, which is a sports retailer, and Kyobi, which is a French budget retailer that sells quite good quality clothes at very reasonable prices. And of course, on top of that, it's probably got the greatest coffee shop in the whole of Cyprus, and coming very soon indeed is Lidl's third supermarket in Paphos will be opening up in there in and around March. And slowly but surely they're also going to build over the rear car parking area, so it's not going to inconvenience us too much in the Mall, but they're going to double the size. They're going to add another 1,600 square meters of shops and offices, and on top of that they're going to put a rooftop restaurant with spectacular views straight down towards the blue Mediterranean Sea. We're en route to downtown Kato Paphos, so don't click off just yet. And if you do like what you see, hit the like, click that subscribe, and don't forget to keep coming back for a little bit more of our complete and utter madness. Now, if you want to keep the channel afloat, because hitting that thumbs up and subscribing, by the way, doesn't cost you a single penny. It just tells YouTube that you like what you've seen, and perhaps they should recommend the little channel known as Marika and me to more like-minded people like yourselves. But perhaps if you'd like to make a contribution, it's very, very simple indeed. All you have to do is Google these magic words: Buy Me a Coffee, Marika and me. Up will come the Buy Me a Coffee platform with our landing page, and you can click through and read a little bit more about us, and of course read 1 or 2 comments, and perhaps choose to gift us a virtual coffee or 2. And we thank you from the bottom of our 2 hearts. And of course you can also join us on the Buy Me a Coffee platform as a superstar member at only €10 a month. That's all it costs you to get yourself a special title, to get yourself that little bit closer to Marika and me. And of course, coming very, very soon is the Marika and me privilege card, and that will entitle you to discounts and privileges in and around Paphos, in particular in the Kato Paphos promenade and harbour area. So don't forget to get your name on the list for the Marika and me privilege card, and it's coming very, very soon indeed. Now, at this traffic lights here, they've installed a camera system, and it's just gone live. So at the moment, lots of people are being very, very careful indeed, because they understand that if they cross the little white line or go and do something naughty, the camera's gonna zap them and you're gonna get an infringement on your credit card. So legalities are coming to Paphos. So we warn you now, when you are driving in and around Paphos, please drive carefully and with respect for all of the other drivers around you, even if they don't appear to give it to you, because there are boys and girls in blue sitting on most corners waiting especially for you. And of course now there are traffic cameras on a lot of the traffic lights, and they've also got little camera vans that hunt you down as well. And this is one of those particular stretches of roads where they are waiting, and I mean they are waiting especially for you. So play another game, avoid the sunken manhole covers and the potholes, and try and keep your ride as smooth as possible as you head down towards the blueness of the blue Mediterranean Sea. Look at that, the price of benzene, that's the price of petrol, fuel, gas, if you're watching from America, is coming down slowly, 139.9, so €1.40 per litre. What's the price where you're watching from? Perhaps if your name's Lady Mariana Superstar in downtown Krakow, drop it in the comments. Perhaps if you're in downtown York and your name is Lady Rachel, and there's a Cheshire Cat grinning man in your life known as Sir Jason, drop in the comments. How much is a litre of fuel in the UK? What's the weather like, by the way? Lady Kirstine, drop it in the comments. Is the electric blanket on? Are the woolly flip-flops on? And perhaps even a vest or 2. Downtown Kato Paphos is coming up, especially for you. Let's go straight over and head along the hotels road and name 1 or 2 of the hotels along the way, because one of these hotels could be the perfect place for you, and perhaps you could be checking in somewhere along the blueness of the blue Mediterranean Sea very, very soon indeed. Now, coming up on the left hand side is the Verona Marika hotel. 3-star hotel. I remember a couple called the Jacksons. They booked in there with some friends last year, and they said it was very, very good indeed, especially for the price and its location. You've got the Fancy Hotel, and that's on the left-hand side, 4-star. If you want to see some of these hotels, by the way, you can hunt them down on the little channel known as Marika and Me. Just go into the YouTube search bar, pop in the hotel and Marika and Me, and more often than not, up will come a video with us dancing and prancing in and around the main reception. Olympic Lagoon, that was just over there on the left-hand side. And as we start now, this is what we call Hotels Road. And Pura Resort is on the left-hand side. I know 2 superstars from downtown damp Cardiff that stayed there last year. Of course, that's Baron Jeremy and Baron Simon. And they said it was pretty good, except for the Wi-Fi was a little bit poor. But of course, that could have been to do with the time of the year and the weather. Because if I remember rightly, it was biddling down that particular week. Amalfi Luxury 5-star hotel coming up. Lady Rachel, Sir Jason, I've no doubt they're getting ready to dance and prance up and down the main foyer in there, because they'll be checking in there very, very soon indeed. And of course, the next hotel doesn't need much of an introduction. It's called Alexander the Great. If your name's Mr. Chrissy, oh yeah. If your name's Lord Andy, and there's a girl in life called Lady Ness, and of course the one and only superstar known as Dame Anne. That's where you'll be checking in very, very soon indeed. And yes, there have been 1 or 2 improvements. They're doing a little bit of painting. There's skips here, there's skips there, but don't worry, we'll keep you updated as and when they allow us in, and hopefully, if we're lucky, they won't chuck us out. Anyway, downtown Kato Paphos Promenade is coming up very, very soon, so don't click off just yet. That's the Almira 5-star beach hotel on the left-hand side. And again, this is where I did a video the other day about all the roadworks that are going on. Yes, unfortunately, at the moment, it is a little bit of a mess, a bit of a shambles. But they are working hard. And there's no doubt when it's done, it will be worth it, and it will be a huge, huge improvement to downtown Kato Paphos. Unfortunately, the area was left to neglect, and then of course along came the pandemic and those kind of things. I'm not trying to make excuses, but all of these things did add up and of course exacerbated the problem, and I think they did try to do too much in one go. But slowly but surely it'll come back, and for those of us who love Paphos, we can put up with this little bit of pain. And salute the man in charge. Of course, that's Vadonis, who could quite simply be the greatest mayor in the world. He does have great, great visions and great hopes for Paphos, and we understand that the people that come back to Paphos time and time again share his thoughts. There it is, downtown Kato Paphos Promenade. We can see a lot of the roadworks have been now, should we say, filled in, and of course before long they'll be putting down a bit of black stuff, a bit of tarmac, and of course that section will be done. So at least then the main boulevard down to the promenade and the harbour will be complete. Let's take a quick tour in and around the rear end, which of course is Bar Street. Mandria Tavern, they're one of the greatest taverns certainly in this area. Flintstones Bar, very, very popular if you want a sparkly cocktail or two. Deli Gates, if you want a little bit of Indian food. And of course there's the Democritus, which is the oldest traditional taverna in the whole of Cyprus, and that's the Alcone taverna. And of course, if your name's Mr. Craig and there's a girl in your life called Miss Lisa, well, that's your favourite restaurant in the whole of Paphos, and we'll be looking forward to seeing you again very, very soon indeed. I'm going to say thanks for watching. If you like what you see, hit the like, click that subscribe, and don't forget to keep coming back for a little bit more of our complete and utter madness. And don't forget, Miss Watching Grasivi Alaboof. Oh yeah, Miss Marika, she's flying into town and she'll be appearing on our screens very, very soon indeed. What am I going to say to these manholes and potholes? Oh my goodness, what can I say? Thanks for watching. I'll see you again very, very soon indeed.